Hi, my name is Shane Desmond. I was born in Cork, Ireland, and I was raised here in Santa Cruz and grew up surfing here. I probably started surfing Mavericks in the 90s, early 90s. I just kind of went out there a couple times and just try. I didn't ride it every time it broke. I just surfed it maybe 3 or 4 times. And then it just kind of, as the years went on, I just kind of seemed to get more into it and really like surfing big waves. And it's just, since it's so close, it's so easy to just drive up to Mavericks, hour away from Santa Cruz and surf some of the biggest waves in the world. I had actually drove up there before just to look at it before I'd ever even surfed it. So I had seen how far out the paddle was, and it's kind of, it's definitely, your first impression when you get there is like, geez, it's far out in the ocean, and this place is sharky looking. It's way off this huge headland and just sticks way out at the end of a bay. So, you can imagine the water's really deep. There's, who knows what's living in there. And not to mention the waves are really scary looking too. It breaks out in front of this series of rocks. There's about 4 or 5 rocks. My best result in the Mavericks, the contest, is 5th place finalist. So, and then also that same year, 2005, I got the XXL award. I caught a really big wave. I guess it was 47 feet in my semifinal heat. My first thought was, oh, this is going to break on me, and I'm trying to get around it. And then as I realized it had already kind of capped and broke. And then I realized I'm going to try and catch it. And then there's that moment of taking off and looking over the ledge and free falling for a second into it and then making it. Sometimes it's like, even though you don't make it, but you survive it, you still are getting that same rush because it was such a heavy wave just to even go on and then not even make it. And then, you come up and you're like, yeah, I didn't break my board. Well, it's hard to describe for me the scariest experience. I've had a good handful of experiences that are all different. Breaking my leash and the thought of I'm going to have to swim in, that's pretty scary, especially that moment when I did break my leash. I was caught in the bowl and I had to paddle around the left, and the third wave ended up breaking on me, and I just swam through it, and I didn't actually get sucked over the falls, but I was way outside in the bowl and my board was gone, and so I didn't have a leash or anything to float, and I was like, okay, I'm going to swim in now. And actually lucky, Anthony Tajnik was on a jet ski and he just drove right over and picked me up. But for a moment, I was like, uh-oh. Mavericks doesn't break all year or even every day, so I just love surfing, period, and I'll ride anything. I'm a goofy foot, so we have predominantly right-hand point breaks, and I don't mind surfing backside at all. I grew up surfing, the lane and the harbor and the river mouth, which are right-hand waves. But, I'll surf Manresa, which gets a lot of left-hand sandbars. Surf Moss a lot. Surf up north. There's a whole bunch of different waves, lefts and rights up north. And then Pleasure Point, I pretty much just surf anything and anywhere, wherever the waves are going to be good. That's where I like to go. For me, when there's no waves, there's always something to do. I work a couple jobs. I'm a bartender, and I also work for Whole Foods. And I have 2 kids, and I'm married, so I'm always really busy. My kids right now, they're only 3 and 5, and I told them, I did promise them I got a pink surfboard one time from one of my shapers, and I guess that was back when pink was cool, or pink was the black, the new black. But I'm saving that one for my daughter, so she'd be really upset, But I told her if she's going to surf, she has to learn to swim first, so she's actually doing really good at swimming. So I'm thinking this year, both my 5-year-old daughter and my 3-year-old son are going to start surfing. Some of my goals in life I've accomplished. Being married, having kids, and you know, there's still always those dreams or the, you know, your goals of winning events. You know, I've always it's always been a goal of mine, and I'm sure as it is of the other 24 guys in this contest to win this event. So you know, I've always wanted to win this contest, and you know, I got 5th place one year, and you know, I just had I got a really big wave right off, and made the drop, and you know, I was just feeling really confident after that semifinal and that big wave that I did catch, where I leaned into my rail a little too hard on my bottom turn, and I hit a bump and fell off, and that wave right there probably cost me getting first, because that was one of the biggest waves that broke in the final. So you know, it's always in the back of my mind going, I know I can do it. It's just, you know, if luck is on my side, and you know, I get the waves that I need, then I can win.